before the Viking longships ever touched the shores of England, before the raids and invasions that would change the course of British history, the island was ruled by the Anglo-Saxons, a people with their own unique kingdoms, culture, politics, and vulnerabilities. In the 8th century, England was not a unified country. Instead, it was a patchwork of smaller kingdoms, often referred to as the Heptarchy, 7 main realms that dominated the political landscape: Northumbria, Mercia, East Anglia, Essex, Kent, Sussex, and Wessex. These kingdoms frequently shifted in power and influence, engaging in alliances, wars, and political maneuvering in their struggle for dominance. Among these, 3 kingdoms stood out during this period: Northumbria in the north, Mercia in the Midlands, and Wessex in the south. Each had its moment of supremacy, but in the 8th century it was Mercia that rose to preeminence under powerful kings like Ethelbald and later Offa, who ruled from 757 to 796. Offa, one of the most notable Anglo-Saxon rulers before Alfred the Great, was instrumental in shaping early English identity. His reign marked the peak of Mercian power. He extended Mercian control over much of southern England and engaged diplomatically with Charlemagne, the Frankish emperor on the continent. This suggests that by the late 8th century, at least some Anglo-Saxon rulers were beginning to view themselves as part of a broader European political world. But despite growing political organization, Anglo-Saxon England remained a deeply fragmented land. Local lords held significant power, and loyalty was often tied to kinship and land rather than to a central authority. The social order was hierarchical, dominated by kings, nobles, and the church, with common people known as ceorls forming the backbone of agricultural and military life. The church played a central role in Anglo-Saxon society. By the 8th century, Christianity had taken root across most of England, replacing earlier pagan beliefs. Monasteries such as those at Lindisfarne, Jarrow, and Canterbury became centers of learning, spiritual life, and political influence. These institutions were not only religious centers, but also repositories of wealth, with land, treasures, and libraries of rare manuscripts. Their relative isolation and riches would soon make them attractive targets to those who sought easy plunder. Economically, Anglo-Saxon England was largely agrarian. Villages clustered around farms, and most people lived off the land. Trade was local, though coastal towns began to see some international commerce, especially with Francia and the Low Countries. Coins bearing the names of kings and mints indicate a growing economy and increased political control over money supply, especially under rulers like Offa, who even issued a gold coin modeled on the Islamic dinar, a testament to early global connections. But beneath this growing prosperity and regional stability, there were cracks. Constant internal rivalries between kingdoms, disputes over succession, and local rebellions kept the land in a state of near-constant flux. There was no standing army, no strong navy, and no central defense system against outside threats. In the next few years, the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, once focused on rivalries and faith, would be plunged into chaos. Across the sea, in the cold northern lands of Scandinavia, a different world was taking shape, a world of fierce warriors, master shipbuilders, and fearless raiders. The Vikings were coming, and nothing in England would ever be the same again.